Hey, y'all. Lindsay here, and Fearless Coaching. I'm back in beautiful nature today here in Florida. There's a pond behind me, and Alligator Creek is nearby. So I don't know much about alligators, but I'm going to keep my safe distance from the pond just in case. Um, have you ever thought to yourself, wow, that was perfect timing in life? Like that couldn't have worked out any better had I planned it to be that way. And so it got me thinking, life is so much about timing. How often do we try so hard to create something in our lives or achieve something or make something happen? And it doesn't. And we push and we push and we push and we swim upstream almost to the point of exhaustion. And then we kind of step back, we let go, we surrender, and poof, it magically appears. What is that? So it's really interesting to bring about this notion of perfect timing, or sometimes called divine timing, or life's timing. And it really makes me wonder and question, is there something beyond us that has this divine timing outlined for us in our lives? And maybe it's something you'd like to ponder or question too, but I find it really fascinating to consider. So with the idea of timing, oftentimes comes control, right? We want something now. We want something to happen fast. We want it quickly. But sometimes we're not quite ready for it. We're still learning. We're still gathering the tools that we need. Or the other variables involved aren't quite ready. That could be another person. It could be the material we're learning, the job we're meant to get next. So there really is this kind of magical sense of divine timing in life that perfectly aligns you with the exact moment you're ready to step into that next thing in your life, that next phase in your life. And we can often fall into this concept of compare and despair. So when we want something really quickly in our lives, or we want something really badly in our lives, we may look at someone else who has it. We may look at someone that's close to us that has it. And societal pressures and norms play into this too. So at a certain age, you're supposed to go to school, and at a certain age, you're supposed to get married, and at a certain age, you're supposed to do this, that, or the other. So this can create a lot of external stressors on us, like, oh, I'm meant to be here and I'm not yet. And then we try harder and we push harder for something to happen. Or there's the compare and despair. That person has that success that I'm longing for. Why don't I have that? What have I been doing wrong? Why did I fall behind? Or why have I been left out? And life is inexplicable in this way. It's hard to understand in this way. But each of our journeys is absolutely unique to the individual. It's unique to us. So our timing may not look like everybody else's. But I bet if you look in your life at the things that have happened to you, the bigger events that have happened, and if you think back and think about the timing in which they did happen, you might result into the conclusion that it happened in perfect timing. So that brings up this concept of trust. How can we trust more in timing in our lives? How can we trust in perfect timing and know that whatever is meant for us will not pass us by and will happen at just the right time in which we're ready for it? The other variables are ready for us, and it is needed. So the more we struggle, the more we fight to control it, the more we push, the harder and harder and harder we swim upstream and exhaust ourselves, may just be keeping us from what it is that we truly desire. But it also may be preventing us from enjoying the process and getting there. And I know it's so cliche to say, enjoy the journey, enjoy the journey. Some people are all about the journey, some people are all about the end result. But really, life is a huge journey. And if we're constantly focused on what we don't have or what we need to have next or what hasn't manifested or come into our lives yet, well, then we miss all the little things that are happening around us all the time, all the little blessings that are happening in perfect divine timing. So, act of courage for the week. Think back about a time in your life that something amazing happened and consider the timing of it. Was it perfect timing for you? Now bring your awareness to the current moment. Is there something you're longing for that you want in your life and you want to create and it hasn't yet happened yet? It hasn't yet manifested in your reality? What can you do to take inspired action, but also allow things to come in and to fully start to trust the timing? How can you create more trust in timing in your life? The perfect timing. All right, y'all. Wishing you a wonderful week and no alligators, I don't think, behind me. Yay. So much love.